Yes, Miss Mari, let us
Yes,
know
ma'am.
that when have you taken the risk in life?
Yes, ma'am. I shared in group also.
Hmm.
After marriage, I have faced many problems in my life. They're completely opposed to my higher studies and everything. Ma'am, after
Hmm.
marriage in my family say, husband side, what are the problems were there, ma'am?
Hmm.
That I faced many problems and nobody supported me. And after that, some financial problem, nobody supported. And my second daughter, that time my second daughter, 6 month old only. That time I have a risk to study for my to start my higher studies. Okay, ma'am. And next that time also my husband, my mother-in-law, father-in-law, my parents also don't take any risk this time because your child was very small, 6 months baby only. Don't take anything, don't take any decision nowadays. They everybody nobody support me, but I have to take. But I thought that I have to take the risk now a time. Then I started my studies and now I am here. Here means now I am here and sharing my feelings with you, ma'am. Means that is that risk only, ma'am.
So you took the risk
That
of
time I
going
didn't
for the
take
higher
any risk
education.
means I'm not
Was it
here only.
regular study or it was like online study? How was it?
Regular study, ma'am.
Oh, you went
Regular
for the
study,
regular
B.Ed at
study,
that
leaving
time.
your child. Then who took care of your child?
Regular studies, ma'am.
Who took care of your
My
child?
mother only. My mother only, ma'am.
Hmm. So you should be
Mm.
grateful to your mother because although she opposed, but she helped you and supported you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So
Okay,
I
so
thank you to my mother only.
hmm.
Without my support, I can't do it. I couldn't do anything here. Thank you, ma'am.
So there was a risk from your husband that maybe he would have left you if you would have not obeyed him, or what type of risk was there?
That time he was in abroad, ma'am.
Okay.
If you're he said like that if you're studying means I won't live with you. He said like that only. I won't live
Oh,
with you. But,
then
now
really,
nowadays he's okay. Now he supported me. Now he's okay, ma'am.
so it means that you have really taken a great risk, risk of your even marriage, risk of your
Yes, ma'am.
everything. Yeah. But anyway,
Everything,
you
ma'am.
have taken the risk and now you are the one who is successful. You are earning, you have a position. They must be now proud of you, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
paid the fees for my daughters. I paid the fees for my daughters from my salary only nowadays. And now okay, ma'am.
Great, great. That's really very nice. Wonderful, wonderful risk taking.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, Miss Mari, you are
Yes,
ready
ma'am.
to share your risk.
Ma'am.
Uh, no, Miss Prema. Yes. Thank you, Miss Mari. Now, Prema, over to you, please. Prema, please unmute yourself. You are not audible. Unmute yourself.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, actually, I used to take more risk in my life.
Okay.
That is, I'm always ready to what is that? Face the challenges, whatever it is. Then only we can come up. Once we struggle, then only we know what we have,
Very true.
whatever that
Very
is.
true.
That's why I used to face the challenges in my life. Then first I have completed MA and MPhil. Then I was looking the jobs for the colleges because I have completed MPhil. That is for lecture. That colleges only if you go means I thought we can go to the college, we can work like professors. I have planned. That's why I studied MPhil. But the real fact is, if you go to the colleges, we couldn't get the job. Even if we get the job, the salary is very low pay. Just maybe 7,000 or 6,000. That is not afford to me. That is, I felt something is why we studied this. We don't know why we studied. Then we are wasting our time. Then I planned. okay, we should not concentrate only on the colleges. We can try to go for some other jobs in the schools. And then I could plan the next. Then what are that schools also? What they told that many schools I went there, that matriculation or CBSE, because I don't have any experience also. I studied M4, then I was searching the jobs. Then I couldn't get easily. That is too hard for me. I felt very bad. Why we study? Just we can complete the schools, then we can go for any one job. Why we studied? And then I felt something. Then so many what is that? The schools also I went there. They were not ready to do the job. Why they told that you don't have to be here. You completed M4, that is you can prepare for the colleges. For that you have that mindset. Then how will you teach for the school children? They asked me. That also I couldn't answer. And what I did, what is that? From the company, because I know that I have the computer skills. I can do it, the system work. Then I went there. I was doing that 3 months of system works in one showroom. Then one more company also for me. They told me, will you do that demonstrator work, like micro one demonstrator? It's like a saleswoman. We have to do that. I struggled a lot. I worked. What I satisfied means I'm not wasting my time. I'm earning something. See, I'm helping. I was helping for my parents. I have planned. We should not waste our time. Whatever else, we should don't concentrate only on that colleges or schools. We can go for some other instead of waiting for that job. We can go for some other. Then we can earn little bit. Then we can support our family. And then I have planned. Then I joined that company, private company. I was working as a demonstrator, micro one demonstrator, as a saleswoman. Then nearly 8 months I worked there. But side by side, what I did, I applied for the schools for teaching staffs. I applied. Unfortunately, I got the call letter from one school. Just we come for the interview. Then I went there. I got permission. I told them I'm trying for that because I have studied MA. I don't waste my time. That's why I'm working here. If I, as compared to this job, if I get a better job, I can go there. I told them. He also supported me, that manager. He told me, okay, ma'am, no, not a problem. You go ahead. Let us do it. If you get the job and you feel happy, you can work there. They told that. Then I went there. Then I faced that interview. They asked me more questions. Then I told that what we know that we should not say that. What we know we have to say confidently. I have planned. Then I told that answer also. Then they finally selected me. But what is that twist? They told me here only the pre-KG vacancy only available. Will you take pre-KG class teacher?
Oh, so from MPhil to KG.
Yes, from the pre-KG, not LKG or UKG. The pre-KG or pre-KG. You are the class teacher of pre-KG. Are you willing to take? They asked me. Then what I decided, I need one job in school. I won't mind whether they meet that primary or middle or higher secondary. I don't want. I want to work as a teacher in that school. I have planned. Then I said, okay, I will work. Then I joined there. Then the next year itself, I got the promotion to the second standard. Then the third year, I got the promotion to that fifth standard. That's why.
Okay, great.
So present I'm taking for that grade 10 social studies I'm taking. That is I feel somewhat we achieved. We took that time I took the risk. Now I'm feeling very happy. Why? Thank you. That is my experience. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. Yes, Gulshan, will you please share your risk?
Yes, ma'am. In front of Prema and Mari's story, Mari's doesn't stand anywhere. They are great job. They have done a great job, both of them. Very nice. So it was just a little story about my graduation. That when I am doing my graduation and I was in my final year, and I have to submit my project, but we were trying to do it from the 2-3 months, but my guide is not giving us exact idea what we have to do in the project. And he is giving us unnecessary jobs. You read this paper, and he's not telling what we have to do in the project, what will be the objective of our project. And when there are only 2 weeks were left to submit the project, he has to go US for a conference. And he called both me and my partner Susan and to tell us that he is going for the conference. And he also told us, don't pray that my flight get cancelled and such thing. Please don't pray for me because I got very difficultly get this chance. So he went to the US, and we don't have any idea how to do it, and we were very really worried about the project. Susan also told me that we should talk to the HOD of the department, that our guide has gone, please assign another teacher. So I think I told her that no teacher will take us for no teacher will help us at the last moment. So I told her that we should do the things ourselves only. We should try to do. So we have the main idea. He has given us just the main idea that we will do a microprocessor based inflation and deflation of a blood pressure monitor. We have just the title. So we start reading the books and searching on the internet, and finally got an idea how to do it. We generate an idea how to do it, and finally we were able to do before the 2 days of the submission. So that was a little risk about my
Very
story.
good. So finally you saved yourself.
Yes, we saved ourselves
Yes, yes.
in front of Viva persons.
Okay, okay,
We
great.
have something to present.
Yes, yes, sure, sure. Yes, Khadija, what is your risk-taking activity?
Yes, ma'am. I have faced a challenge when I was in my third year, like 2 years ago, and I have to perform my first tooth extraction, and that was my first patient. Ideally, we are supposed to give local anesthesia through injection and then remove the tooth which are loose and or mobile, and they are as a whole. The tooth structure is present as a whole. But however, during my turn, I faced a case where 9 teeth needed to be extracted, and also only the root part was present. If I wanted, I could have given up the case and waited for a better one, which is like an ideal first case. But with the encouragement of my staff and seniors who motivated me to take on the challenge, I proceeded with the challenge. But I was very scared. I had a mixed fear, and I was excited as well. But uh, I successfully removed the tooth, administered the local anesthesia from the patient, and removed 9 tooth in my first go itself. And this experience had not only provided me with valuable hands-on at the experience, but also it gave me confidence in handling complex cases right from the beginning of my dental procedure. And it also taught me the importance of stepping out of my comfort zone and then embracing challenges for personal and professional growth. And also, it highlighted the importance of risk taking in professional growth. And yes, with that, I also earned appreciation from both my batchmates and seniors and staff.
Wow, Khadija, beautiful, beautiful
Very nice.
sharing. And when you shared that 9 tooth you have extracted from one person, that reminded me that once I got like tooth problem here in UAE. I'm talking about like 8, 9 years ago when I was here working as a principal. Somebody advised me that go to the university, and university has a dental college, and there is a hospital also, and there you will find like very fresh staff, fresh dentist, those who have just studied the dental study, and then they will check you. I said, okay, fine. I went there. And since it was university dental hospital, so the fee was less. It is attached with the university. The fees
Yes,
were
ma'am.
very
Yes,
low.
ma'am.
So I went over there. One of the intention was low fees also. Then I went and then I showed there was a girl, fresher girls who was like, I think doing internship. Then she checked my tooth. It was problem here. The tooth was like shaking here. Then she took my x-ray, 10, 15 x-rays of all my tooth. And then finally she brought a printout of that. And she has pointed out all my tooth almost, that this tooth has this problem, this tooth has this problem, this is tilting here, this is that there. And then finally she said that all the tooth has to be extracted because all the teeth have problems. Then I was so, I was like, naturally, it is very shocking news for me. Then I came back and then I met my director. I said that I'm very much worried what to do. Then what he said, what happened? I said, this thing happened. Then he said, first of all, who advised you to go to the university? Those are all fresher students. They don't know anything. They have just bookish knowledge. They don't have any experience. They, on the basis of their bookish knowledge, they have advised you. So better, if any such type of thing is there, better you go to India and do the things. Then same thing happened. I took 1 week leave. I booked my ticket and then I went to India. In Delhi, there is a very, very loyal person. I can say I have full confidence in him. It is a Sardarji in Sukhdev Vihar. So I went to that Sardarji's clinic and then he checked all my tooth and then this one which was shaking. So he has, see, this tooth he has put separately, like it is capping on that. And he did
Yes, ma'am.
smoothly.
Yes, ma'am.
He did so smoothly. There was no problem at all. And since I think it passed 7 years. Since 7 years, there is no issues at all. It is just like that. I'm doing everything with my this tooth. Otherwise, 9 tooth Khadija has removed, and those that girl advised me to remove all the tooth. Everything has been that was yes, and really that is very funny incident in my life. So Khadija, thank you very much for sharing your risk taking. My advice is that please keep this removal of the tooth the last resort. It should not be the first resort for the dentist.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you, my dear friends. Now it is time for me to share my risk taking incident. So there are like basically two, I can say that two major risks I have taken in my life, but I will be narrating only one today. So the first was that my career started in 1993 as a teacher, okay, as a teacher of Hamdard Public School in New Delhi. There I was teaching uh, the students, senior students, like up to grade 12th. I was a senior teacher over there. Then I didn't do my B.Ed at that time. So every year there was like the management's advice that you have to complete your B.Ed. And I was trying my level best to do by from IGNU, because IGNU is correspondence. So in that you can very easily do, like you can teach in the school and you can do your B.Ed also. But I was not getting through the entrance of IGNU. Then finally, I decided that, okay, now let me go for the regular course only and let me apply for the leave, study leave. So I got the study leave and then I appeared for the main entrance of three major universities of Delhi. In Delhi, there are many universities. So one is Delhi University, the other is Jamia Millia Islamia, the third is IP University, and then IGNU and other things are also there. So I appeared for the entrance of these three, IP, IGNU, IP and DU and Jamia. And I cleared two, like I cleared IP University and Delhi University. Then I preferred Delhi University because of the brand name. And I did my B.Ed. When I was doing my B.Ed there, the management called me one day and they asked me that we want you to make the head of the school in our newly opened branch. Like you have to start the branch. And we are going to send you there as a head of the school. And that is going to be pre-primary. Because initially we start with pre-primary and then gradually we elevate it to like 1, 2, 3, like that, up to primary. So that time I was doing my B.Ed. Then I told them that, is it final from the management or I have something to say about this? They said, no, naturally you have full freedom to choose or to refuse. But the management thinks that you are capable of handling any school single-handedly in any new branch. So that's why we are giving you this responsibility with the with some honorarium also, like along with the salary, whatever salary I was getting. So they offered me that, okay, you will get, that time they offered me 5,000 extra, 5,000 honorarium you will get along with your TGT salary. I was getting TGT salary as per the central government. Then I discussed with my friends, because in the senior staff room, I have many friends and they were very close, because by that time, I spent 14 years in the school. So 14 years I was teaching in the senior school, and then I was given this offer. What happened? My friends immediately they told me that no, don't accept it. They said that here you are a senior teacher, and I was holding 13 portfolios. I was the coordinator of CCA. I was the transport in charge. I was the uh, newspaper in education, NIE in charge. I was the guest speaker in charge. I was the HOD of Urdu department. I was the HOD of Islamic department. Then I was the in charge of field trips. Then like there were many portfolios, 13 portfolios were there. So it means that I was holding quite good position, having so many responsibilities on me. So they said that here you are such a senior teacher, and you have your own followings. The students, they know you so well. All the teachers, they know you so well. And that big school was very big, like 3,500 children were there in that school. And newly opened branch was going to be a small school where maximum 1,000 capacity was there, no, not more than 1,000 capacity. And initially, naturally, there were only 200 children when we started. First year, it was only 125. So one of them said to even to this level also that what will you do in the pre-primary? You are holding such a senior position here, such intellectual responsibilities you have, and there you are going to do just susu potty of the children. Do you understand susu potty? Like you will be doing their toilet and other things, because in the pre-primary the concept is that only you have to train them for the potty, you have to train them how to wipe their nose and how to eat. That's the only thing to be done in pre-primary. So I didn't discuss with my family, because my family, they don't have much interference into my decisions. Because if I, in my career, if I decide something, they will say, okay, fine, it's your decision. Whatever you want to do, you do. Whatever best you think for yourself, you do. You go ahead. So I didn't listen to my friends, and then I decided that okay, I am going to accept that offer. The only charm was that I was having at that time in my mind that I believe in myself, and one day, although today this school is a pre-primary school, but one day I will convince the management to take this school at least up to grade 10th. And that was my firm determination that I will do gradually. First, let this start. So from purchasing of land, from the building, from construction, from making the curriculum, selection of staff, everything, I was there with the management and to start the school. And it started very well, alhamdulillah, and it did very well. I was there as a head of the school for 5 years. And because of that school, because I was the head of that school, and I was able to take that school to the primary level, up to primary. The management agreed to take it to the primary level. I was just thinking of convincing the management to take it to the senior level, but they didn't agree to this. And that was the reason why I left that school. And when I got the opportunity in UAE as a principal, then I accepted that offer, because just because of my those 5 years of experience as a head of school, that experience counted. And that because of that experience, I got the offer as a principal here. So if I would have not taken that risk of coming down from the senior teacher to the pre-primary head of the school, then naturally there was no experience of head of the school. When you want to go into the administration, first you have to have the experience of the administration. As a teacher, if you have taught even 30 years, if you don't have the experience of administration, you cannot be the principal. For that, you need the experience of the administration. So that was the risk that I have taken. And for you will not believe, for 6 months, I was doubting myself that whether I did a right thing or wrong thing. Here I am just along with the small kids throughout the day, doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and singing the rhymes along with them and jumping up and down and doing the things. So really for 6 months, it was, for me also, it was like horrible. Sometimes I was doubting myself whether I have taken a right decision or wrong decision, coming from the senior secondary teacher to this level of the pre-primary head. But anyway, afterwards, I adjusted myself, I adapted myself, I started bringing the innovations in the pedagogies, innovations in the methodologies. And then I did lots of like innovative things in that school. Being the head of the school, you have the authority that you can bring the innovations. And that school was like famous for the innovative school. The parents and in the surroundings, everybody used to appreciate. And then there was a time when for 200 seats in pre-primary, we used to get like 2000 applications. It was like so well in demand, that school in Delhi. You know that schools are uh, the public schools are really in demand. You will not get admission so easily. So that was the situation of that school when I left and I came back to Dubai. So that was my one risk that I have taken. The second risk was that when I was there as a head of the school, in that school, everything was settled and my staff was very well settled. The building was complete. Everything was now finally done, alhamdulillah. And then suddenly I decided to like leave that and come to UAE. Initially, I even didn't discuss with my family because I was very much aware that they all will refuse. They all will say that no, you can't go there. But I was very much keen to be a principal. That was my ambition. And in my school, there was no scope of becoming the principal. They clearly said that we will not make any internal candidate as a principal. Then naturally, if I cannot be the principal of my in my own management, then I have to move out. And this was such a great risk, a new country, a new place, the entirely new local people. I had never been here to this place. I was not aware to the ministry's norms, rules, and all those things, and whether I'm going to be adjusted or not adjusted, successful or not successful. But all these fear were there, but among all these fears, I just accepted it, and I came leaving my family there back in India, and I came here and I joined that school. And then after that, I found that okay, this was the wisest decision that I have taken, because whatever we do in our schools in India, here the entire world was different, because here it was more advanced, it was more technologically empowered, it was more like I can say systematic. Whatever is in the paper, whatever is in the bylaws, we have to follow word by word. It is not that like we have so many things in the writing in our place, but nobody implement it, nobody follows. Everybody has the a system of like loopholes where they can get rid of, they cannot comply by they cannot abide the norms and rules of the board, of the government and all. But here you cannot do that. Here everything you have to implement. So that's what I have learned a lot. When I came here, I found myself that there is a like world of ocean of knowledge that I have to learn. Whatever I have learned so far is very, very little. And naturally, that risk was really worth taking. And I appreciate my decision of that time. So thank you very much, my dear friends. This is the fact that in life, if you want to achieve something, then naturally you have to be taking the risk. But we should take the calculative risk. It should not be like a foolish risk that whatever comes to our mind, okay, now leave everything and let's move. That will be foolish. So we have to take calculative, that okay, this much I can afford, this much I can do, this much this will happen, what will happen maximum. If that will, I'm not going to sit there, I can come back, then I can join this. So these type of calculative risk we must take in life as a leader. And then if somebody is taking that risk, then we should appreciate them also. Like suppose at times the teachers, they come with a very innovative idea of taking the lesson, and when we enter in the class and we see that that is not very effective class, as we expected, then at that time we should not scold the teacher. Oh, which type of thing you are doing in the class, it is totally ineffective, nothing is happening, children are not learning. So instead of, if we are doing that, then the teachers will not take any initiative, they will not be ready to take the risk at all in their lives. So we have to give them the freedom of taking the risk, that then only they can try it for the innovative things, for the creative things. Maybe once or twice it will not work, but it will not happen always. Maybe after learning from their mistakes, they are going to be perfect and they will do the things perfectly in future. So thank you all for today. Inshallah, we are going to have one more challenging task in the morning, and I'm waiting for all your scores. I hope that you have calculated your score. Kindly share in the group your scores. Thank you very much. Take care and bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.